Welcome back to Auto Luminia, where we dive deep into the cars that shape the way we drive, live, and experience the road. Today, we're spending some serious time with the 2026 Hyundai Tucson, a compact crossover that has quietly become one of the most compelling choices in one of the most competitive segments on the planet. This isn't a vehicle that screams for attention with wild styling or earth-shaking horsepower. No, the Tucson takes a different path. It's calm, confident, polished, and relentlessly focused on making every single drive, whether the 10-minute trip to the grocery store or a 10-hour highway marathon, feel effortless and pleasant. And in a world full of shouty rivals, that quiet confidence is exactly what makes it stand out. Let's start where every journey begins, the way the 2026 Tucson looks. Hyundai's design language has been on an absolute tear for the last half-decade, and the latest Tucson carries that momentum forward, a silhouette that somehow manages to feel both bold and understated at the same time. Up front, the grille is massive yet beautifully integrated, framed by slim LED headlights that stretch into parametric jewel-like daytime running lights. A signature Hyundai touch that looks futuristic without crossing into gimmicky territory. The way those lights animate when you approach the car with a key in your pocket, pure theater, and it never gets old. Move along the side and you'll notice the sharp character line that starts at the front fender and slices upward toward the D-pillar, giving the Tucson a forward-leaning stance that suggests motion even when it's standing still. The wheel arches are gently flared, housing anything from 17-inch alloys on the base model all the way up to 19-inch designs on the limited and calligraphy trims that fill those openings perfectly. The greenhouse is generously glazed, which not only makes the cabin feel airy, but also improves outward visibility, something a lot of newer crossovers sacrifice for style. At the rear, the full-width taillight bar hides the actual light elements behind a triangular parametric pattern until they illuminate, creating a stunning nighttime signature that looks straight out of a concept car. Overall length sits at just over 182 inches, width at 73.4 inches, and the height hovers around 65.6 inches, depending on tire size. Perfect compact SUV proportions that make it easy to maneuver in tight city streets, yet substantial enough to feel planted on the highway. Hyundai offers a 2026 Tucson in 10 exterior colors, ranging from classics like Phantom Black and intense blue to newer shades like the gorgeous shimmering silver and the head-turning Serenity White Pearl that seems to shift tone depending on the light. My tester arrived in a deep Amazon gray metallic that somehow managed to look stealthy in the shadows and almost purple when the sun hit it just right. No matter which color you choose, the Tucson has a premium presence that makes people do double takes when you tell them the price. Speaking of price, let's talk numbers, because this is one of the areas where the Tucson absolutely shines. The 2026 model year is expected to kick off at around $30,975 for the base SE front-wheel drive model, including destination. That's an increase of roughly $800 over the outgoing 2025 version, which is pretty reasonable considering the added standard equipment we'll get to in a moment. Step up to the popular SEL trim, and you're looking at approximately $32,850. The sporty-looking XRT sits around $37,500. The luxurious Limited jumps to about $40,200. And a range-topping calligraphy with its unique grille texture, exclusive 19-inch wheels, and premium interior touches will crest just over $42,000 before options. All-wheel drive remains a $1,500 option across the board. No forced bundling into higher trims like some competitors do. That pricing puts the Tucson in direct competition with the Honda CR-V, Toyota RAV4, Mazda CX-50, Subaru Forester, Volkswagen Tiguan, and the Nissan Rogue. Yet in many cases, a Hyundai undercuts them on transaction price while offering more standard features. Over the course of this review, we'll see time and again how Hyundai has managed to deliver near luxury levels of refinement and technology at mainstream prices, a formula that has turned the brand from perennial underdog to segment leader in customer satisfaction year after year. Open the door, which, by the way, now has a soft close feature on limited and calligraphy models. And you're greeted by one of the most thoughtfully laid out interiors in class. Hyundai has completely nailed the balance between digital modernity and analog common sense. The dashboard flows horizontally with a gentle curve that visually widens the cabin, and almost every surface you touch regularly is wrapped in soft touch material. Higher trims get genuine open pour with accents and ambient lighting with 64 color choices that can gently pulse or stay static, depending on your mood. Front and center are dual 12.3-inch screens housed under a single curved glass panel on limited and calligraphy models. A setup that looks lifted straight out of cars costing twice as much. The driver display is crisp, configurable, and includes a blind spot camera feed that activates with a turn signal. A feature I now can't live without. The infotainment screen runs Hyundai's latest software, which is lightning fast, logically organized, and supports wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto on every single trim. Yes, you read that right. Wireless connectivity is standard even on the base SE, something many luxury brands still charge extra for. Below the screen sits a dedicated climate control panel with physical knobs and buttons. Thank you, Hyundai, for listening to customer feedback. No swiping through menus just to turn on the seat heaters on a cold morning. The volume knob is perfectly placed. The tuning knob doubles as a shortcut button. And there are actual physical preset buttons for radio stations. Little details that make the Tucson feel like it was designed by people who actually drive cars. The steering wheel is new for 2026, with a cleaner four-spoke design and illuminated logo on higher trims. The column-mounted shifter frees up console space for storage and cup holders, and the wireless charging pad is now larger and positioned vertically, so your phone doesn't go flying during spirited cornering. Heated and ventilated front seats are available, and the ventilation system is genuinely effective. On a 98-degree day in direct sun, I had the seat cooler on medium and stayed perfectly comfortable. Slide into the back seat, and the Tucson continues to impress. Rear legroom measures a generous 41.3 inches. That's more than many mid-size SUVs offered just a few years ago. Headroom is equally impressive at 39 inches. And the seatback reclines through a wide range for long trip comfort. The rear doors open nearly 90 degrees, making child seat insulation a breeze. And there are USB-C ports, air vents, and available heated rear seats depending on trim. The panoramic sunroof on higher models stretches all the way to the back, bathing the cabin in natural light and making it feel positively cavernous. Cargo space is another Tucson strong suit. With the rear seats up, you get 38.7 cubic feet. Enough for 9 carry-on suitcases in our standardized test. Drop the 60-40 split rear seats, which now fold nearly flat thanks to a revised mechanism, and that expands to an enormous 74.8 cubic feet. Good for 22 carry-ons or pretty much anything you want to haul on a weekend IKEA run. The load floor is low, the opening is wide and square, and there's a power liftgate standard on everything except the base SE. Limited and calligraphy models get a hands-free version that opens when you stand behind the bumper with the key for 3 seconds. Perfect when your hands are full of groceries. Under the hood lives a carryover 2.5-liter naturally aspirated four-cylinder, producing 187 horsepower at 6,100 revolutions per minute and 178 lb-ft of torque at 4,000 revolutions per minute. It's paired exclusively with an 8-speed conventional automatic, no CVT here. And drive goes to the front wheel standard or all four with the optional HDR-AC all-wheel drive system. On paper, those numbers don't look particularly impressive. And indeed, the Tucson isn't going to win any stoplight Grands Prix. But in the real world, the engine is smooth, quiet, and perfectly adequate for the kind of driving 99% of compact SUV buyers actually do. Throttle response is linear and predictable. The transmission shifts quickly and smoothly, and there's enough low-end torque to merge confidently onto highways, even with a full load of passengers and cargo. During our testing, an all-wheel drive limited model hit 60 miles per hour in 8.8 seconds, about average for class, and completed the quarter mile in 16.7 seconds at 85 miles per hour. More importantly, the powertrain never feels strained or noisy, even when you're asking for full acceleration to pass a semi on a two-lane road. The bigger story is refinement. Hyundai has done an incredible job isolating the engine from the cabin. At idle, you can barely tell it's running. At 70 miles per hour cruise, conversation is effortless, and the stereo doesn't have to fight to be heard. Wind noise is well suppressed thanks to laminated front side glass on limited and calligraphy trims, and the suspension tuning strikes a near perfect balance between comfort and control. The ride is plush without being floaty, absorbing potholes and expansion joints with a muted thud that never crashes through into the cabin. Yet, when you turn into a corner, body roll is well controlled and the Tucson tracks predictably. Steering is light but accurate, with decent feedback for class, and the brake pedal has a progressive feel that makes smooth stops easy in stop-and-go traffic. On twisty back roads, the Tucson won't embarrass itself. The chassis is willing, and the Michelin Primacy all-season tires provide decent grip. But this is clearly a vehicle tuned for comfort over corner carving enthusiasm. If you want that kind of engagement, the Mazda CX-50 is waiting with open arms. But if you spend most of your time on highways and surface streets, the Tucson's relaxed demeanor is genuinely soothing. Fuel economy remains competitive, though final EPA numbers for the 2026 model haven't been released as of this filming. The 2025 Tucson with this powertrain was rated at 25 miles per gallon city, 33 miles per gallon highway, and 28 miles per gallon combined with front-wheel drive, dropping by 1 mile per gallon across the board when equipped with AWD. In our real-world 75 miles per hour highway test, an XRT model with all-wheel drive returned 26.4 miles per gallon, which is excellent for a gasoline-powered compact crossover this size. Safety is another area where the 2026 Tucson excels. Every single model comes standard with forward collision warning, automatic emergency braking with pedestrian and cyclist detection, blind spot monitoring, rear cross-traffic alert, lane keeping assist, lane following assist, driver attention warning, and safe exit warning. Higher trims add highway driving assist too, which combines adaptive cruise control with lane centering and automatic lane changing when you tap the turn signal, a system that works remarkably well on long highway trips. Front and rear parking sensors, a 360-degree camera system with high-resolution feeds, and remote smart parking assist, which lets the Tucson park itself while you stand outside holding the key fob, are also available. In IIHS testing, the previous generation Tucson earned the Top Safety Pick Plus award, and early indications are that the 2026 model will maintain or improve on that result. Hyundai's warranty remains one of the best in the business. 5 years/60, 000 miles basic. 10 years/100, 000 miles powertrain. 7 years of anti-perforation coverage and complimentary maintenance for the first 3 years or 36,000 miles on most trims. That kind of coverage provides genuine peace of mind, especially when you consider how reliable modern Hyundais have become. After spending a full week and nearly 900 miles with the 2026 Tucson Limited AWD, I came away seriously impressed. This is a vehicle that doesn't have any glaring weaknesses. It's not the quickest, it's not the most exciting to drive, and it doesn't have the brand cachet of a German luxury badge. But in every area that matters to the majority of compact SUV buyers, comfort, technology, space, refinement, value, and reliability, it either matches or beats the competition. The cabin is genuinely pleasant to spend time in. The ride quality is outstanding. The tech is intuitive and comprehensive, and the pricing undercuts many rivals while delivering a more premium experience. If you're cross-shopping a CR-V Touring, RAV4 Limited, or even something like the Lexus NX, you owe it to yourself to drive a loaded Tucson calligraphy back-to-back. I suspect a lot of people will save themselves $10,000 or $15,000 and be just as happy, if not happier, with a Hyundai. The compact SUV segment has never been more competitive, but the 2026 Hyundai Tucson manages to carve out its own space by refusing to chase trends. Instead of trying to be sporty or rugged or overly futuristic, it focuses on being the best everyday companion possible. And in doing so, it achieves something rare, a vehicle that feels genuinely complete. The music swells. So that's our deep dive into the 2026 Hyundai Tucson here on Auto Luminia. If you enjoyed this review, please hit that like button, consider subscribing, and ring the bell so you never miss an upload. Let me know down in the comments, are you Team Tucson, or is there another compact crossover you choose instead? And if you want to see more long-term tests, real-world MPG loops, or head-to-head comparisons, drop your suggestions below. Thanks for spending this time with me. I'm already looking forward to the next one. Until then, drive safe, drive smart, and we'll see you on the road.